The players drop to the knee. Away we go then, it's Manchester City here against Spurs in the WSL. Spurs have lost their last 7 in the Women's Super League. Individual errors, poor decision-making have both been central to their problems as Lauren Hemp gets an early ball into the area with Manchester City's front 3 in frightening form. Could be a tough afternoon for them as Kelly lifts one into the area. Beth England, the understanding from those within Spurs that if you want to keep pace with the rest of those in the league, then you have to evolve, you have to move on. Here is Hasegawa threading one forward, and now Laura Coombs. Shifted wide. Well, Harby gets her chance today, and she's found Hemp, who started the game brilliantly. Trademark run, and across final 10 games of the season. Big responsibility for her. Captain here for this one this afternoon. Who is Hasegawa. A couple of times those Spurs have tried to get in behind. Chance to drive forward here. Bunny Shaw is found by Greenwood. Ryan finds trouble, and Coombs rolls one into midfield. Manchester City not hanging around here. City on the attack again with Hemp, chips one into the area. Neville is there to clear away. And Harry James didn't have the room to do that. Chloe Kelly is there, happy to go backwards before Manchester City quickly come back forwards. And it's England star Lauren Hemp, seeing plenty of the ball in the early stages, feeding through and looking for Hasegawa. Not quite able to head towards goal. Taylor has been pretty quick to call out Bunny Shaw's work off of the ball and with it, other than just her goals. Heads into the area here as Kelly delivers for an own goal that came from Molly Bartrip in the game against Manchester United. And some incredible skill from Lauren James and a wonderful goal in that game against Spurs. Then maybe things would have been a bit different. Fine margins, as always. Here comes Lauren Hemp trying to march her way through the middle. She's done brilliantly to win the ball. And now Chloe Kelly. Plenty of opportunities this month, though, to pick up the points. Games against Manchester United and Chelsea to play. Here come Manchester City. Hemp cuts in from the right-hand side, finds Coombs. Off goes Kelly. Drew Spence, former Chelsea midfielder, finding Ian, but again Spurs struggling to keep hold of the ball for too long. Hasegawa, lovely touch, rolls away, fed out here towards Lauren Hemp, who has stayed over on the right hand side, was looking for Bunny Shaw, this time can't find the target. Back to Harby. Alex Greenwood in a more familiar position at centre-back today, having been in midfield for England. Kelly sprinting away down the right-hand side, lifts in towards the front post, misses Bunny Shaw, and Coombs, who was arrived. Yui Hasegawa hustling to win it, doing brilliantly as well. Kelly delivers up to the edge of the 6-yard box. It goes all the way through the penalty area. Recovered here by Hasegawa. Touching back to Coombs, who's pulled out of the area. Looping delivery. Iwabuchi again closed down, and in that central area, Manchester City proving to be pretty effective. Hemp back over on the left, lifts one into the area. Ash Neville. Greenwood lifts one into the 6-yard box, pretty congested in there. Well, just for a moment, the pressing from Manchester City relents. Gives Spurs the opportunity to break up towards the other end. Karczewska doing well to keep hold of the ball here. A rare Spurs attack as Ash Neville picks the ball up here, lifts in a brilliant pass into the area. Pass was ever so good from Ashley Neville. Saw the run here of Ayan. Was she clipped by Ohabi? And the team here at the Academy Stadium, but Spurs have done well to silence them. Ashley Neville coming forward here. Another good-looking ball through the middle. Karczewska is away. Spurs number 9 no lifts moment. Similar kind of issue to that France are experiencing, although Spain have seen their problems ongoing for much longer. As we approach the World Cup, a number of big incidents and a number of troubling situations. Risky pass from James, but she has managed to pick out Neville, who has plenty of room to roam. Sent forward towards Ayan, who's pulled into a good position. Nice build-up for Spurs, and the cross comes all the way through. And would you believe it? It's Spurs that leads. It's been all Manchester City. They've had all of the chances, but it's Celine Bisset who arrives. Just for a second, Manchester City backs off. Ayan's cross comes all the way through. Wonderful goal, but it's a big blow to Manchester City's run for the title. Risky from Corpus. Alexandri's ball out towards the right-hand side. Kelly with the give-and-go pass. And off she goes with Bunny Shaw to aim at in the middle. Super work, though, by Ash Neville. Kelly's ball arrowed in. And what a stop that is from Corpola. Stretching across towards the right-hand side. Does brilliantly to deny the Manchester City equaliser. Here is Hemp. Still pushing here for Manchester City, but with Bunny Shaw down on the ground. Points here. Then they'll look back on that as a key moment in the game, and they'll have Signore Corpola to thank for what was a brilliant stop. Greenwood lifting one through the middle. Harrop is there to make the header. Poor clearance from James. Gives it to Hasegawa. Hasegawa's pass isn't the best either. Celine Bisset was caught out, but Spurs have managed to recover the ball, and off goes Iwabuchi with a clever touch into Karczewska. She's threaded the ball through. Again, a high defensive line here from Manchester City. Just lovely ball wide where Kelly is waiting again. Hemp and Kelly have switched wings. Kelly on the charge into the area, will go for goal. Have at least 1 minute of additional time at the end of the first half here. Additional time at the end of the first half here. The best sides around will always try and push before the half-time. Lofted wide by Greenwood. Bisset's header straight to Bunny Shaw, who swivels, gets the shot away, and again, Signore Corpola keep Bunny Shaw away from grabbing the equalising goal that Manchester City are still pushing for here. Lifted into the area again more work to do for Spurs, and finally, Manchester City do find the breakthrough. It's Bunny Shaw with goal number 11 in the WSL for this season. To make much. A brilliant save only moments ago from Corpola, kept Bunny Shaw out, this time not stopping this. She was there after what was a really important moment just before half-time for Manchester City. Well, the outlook of the game has completely changed there with the equalising goal. It looked as though Spurs were about to go down the tunnel ahead at half-time for going ahead through Celine Bisset. Now we're back underway for the second half. The first pretty unpredictable in truth. Don't think there were many that would have expected Spurs to go ahead and to take the game to Manchester City, given their recent form. Today they look to stretch their Manchester United and Chelsea so prolific The only thing really that Manchester City want is a win here. Angeldal flipping one on. And Ash Neville trying her best to defend. It did look there as though she may. And the outside of Ash Neville was fouled. I don't think she can have too many arguments there. She did pull. Bunny Shaw for Man City, rolls in with ease. And the home side do lead. It's Manchester City 2, Tottenham 1. Well, it's just the start to the second half that Manchester City would have been craving. And it's just the goal that they need. Well, the front three for Manchester City have been so relentless, so tenacious over recent weeks. Chloe Kelly on the attack again here. Hasegawa feeding one up towards Bunny Shaw. Now Lauren Hemp back to goal. Gets away from Bissett, the goal scorer for Spurs. Lifts in, Bunny Shaw was the target. And Harry James with a touch towards Spence. Perhaps not one that she wanted in there. Oh, Harvey can't force her way through though, and Iwabuchi can break away. Coombs feeding one round the corner, Bunny Shaw. Lifts one across field, lovely pass. Alessandro Lopez into a central area. Neville comes through the crowd. Ayan trying to poke away. Maybe another chance to deliver in here for City, and it's well gathered up away from Harrop, but she couldn't step away from Drew Spence. Not long before it's back in Manchester City possession. Hasegawa wide to Kelly. Angeldal made the run, took the defenders away. Hasegawa darts one way then the other. Lifts into the area, will drop here to Coombs, can't feed it through to find O'Harby, who drifted forwards. Lauren Hemp tangles with Bissett, lifts one into the area. Bunny Shaw, the tailor, dominating the ball and searching for more goals. Hasegawa bursting through the crowds. And Harrop's challenge on Angeldal was a fair one, apparently. Plenty of movements across the summer. Key players leaving, like Georgia Stanway. And plenty of new ones coming in, the likes of Leia Alessandro Lopez and Leila O'Harby, who's come in. Now they've settled. Manchester City look a real force. Bunny Shaw leading the line. Guiding the ball wide here to Chloe Kelly. Lifts one so tight down there. Just 3 points above Leicester. Hasegawa drifting infield, finding Chloe Kelly. Hasegawa's continued her run. She gets the cross into the area. Spurs, though, still struggle to get the ball out of their own half. A rare break forward here. Ayan with some speed, has managed to get in behind though and beyond Greenwood. Ayan for Spurs with a great chance. Karchevska on the follow-up. Hasegawa, who's been so tidy here this afternoon in midfield, just keeps the momentum of that pace in midfield flowing. Nice turn from Hasegawa. Bunny Shaw. Oh, that's a lovely touch through the legs of Bartrip, who needed the helping hand from Paris Harrop. Now here is Drew Spence. Hemp looking for Bunny Shaw. Bunny Shaw looking for the hat-trick. Won't get there this time. Recovered by Hemp. And looking for another telegraph pass that's easily intercepted by Greenwood, and Coombs is away here. Threads it through. Here's the run of Lauren Hemp. Clever touch into Bunny Shaw. Tries to send it on its way. Looking for Coombs, who Spurs having to be really careful that they don't dive in. Bartrip makes the header. Harrop then thumps it on its way. At times it has been a real exercise in good defence here for Spurs here this afternoon as Spence makes her way through the middle. It could be another chance here for Spurs. It's Kit Graham in a good position here. Looks to be okay. The Swedish international picks up the ball here to find Chloe Kelly. Goes around the outside of Ash Neville, sends one into the area. Here is Hasegawa. Away by Neville. Foul on Karchevska, but the referee happy for Graham to continue her run. Looks as though Manchester City are about to stretch their unbeaten run here at home to 10. It would mean the WSL record would now be 12th, second in the table, although Chelsea will of course have 2 games in hand. Good afternoon's work so far. Kelly in a good position. Inches away from connecting with Bunny Shaw. Here is Hemp now. Hemp spins, looks for an option, and can't quite find. Bunny Shaw with a chance to run. Bartrip keeping her company. Allows her to turn though. Bunny Shaw is on her way, and it's a good recovery to keep things alive here. Away by Ash Neville. Set all on their own up there. Makes it too easy for... Set all on their own up there. Makes it too easy for Hasegawa. Hasegawa into Hemp. We'll get another go here, Lauren Hemp, and now Bunny Shaw arriving. And there's the hat-trick. Manchester City showing that they mean business in the title race and make things a lot more comfortable from Manchester City. Lauren Hemp not giving up, sending the ball in, and at the second time of asking, Bunny Shaw there. Back underway then. Iwabuchi waiting for an option. One arrives in the shape of Ash Neville. Good delivery. United, after what has been such an impressive campaign, hold on at the top. Bunny Shaw, who scored 4 against Bristol City in the Cup last time out, looking for a 4th here. She's managed to find Chloe Kelly, who brings out the best from Tin. Goodall sending it wide. Hasegawa is programmed in there to win the ball. Despite the result, she still hustles around, still trying to make things as awkward as possible for Spurs. Has looked really good, Iwabuchi, when she's been up alongside Beth England. Has looked really good, Iwabuchi, when she's been up alongside Beth England a bit further up the field. Had to play a slightly different role here today. Ash Neville steps in to try to win it back, but it's still Manchester City now with Chloe Kelly coming forward, searching for another. Castellanos plays the ball on, it won't drop for Fowler. Castellanos! Well, in the end, the scoreline looks comfortable for Manchester City. It wasn't always that way. For a while, Spurs were ahead. But the outlook of the game was changed before half-time by Bunny Shaw, and the penalty at the start of the second half. The opportunity to take control. It's another win. They're unbeaten in 12 in the Super League. The title race is on.